Okay, so this video is missing about 60 seconds of the interaction because I didn't expect anyone to bother me again. So I wasn't recording or thinking about it or anything like that. So I'm walking down the street and I'm on the left side of the street walking down the sidewalk, and there's this school zone, and they have buildings on the left side of the street. They have buildings on the right side of the street. They also have sidewalks, and they have a gate that cuts off street traffic, or should I say vehicle traffic. So I'm walking down the street. I walk past the gate and I'm walking. I get about 80% of the way through the school area, and a guy comes over and he says, "Hey, you can't walk through here." And I said, "There's a law that says I can't walk down the street. It's a public street." And he says, "Man, I'm just telling you, you can't walk down this street." And I said, "Well, there's nothing that says I can't walk down this street." And he says, "Well, I'll get law enforcement." And I tell him, "Well, you can get law enforcement. I'll tell him the same thing." So he leaves off. He gets on his radio, and I tell him, "Be blessed. Have a good day." So after I leave talking to that guy, I'm past the school area at this point, about to turn onto a different street, and a golf court rolls up on me. And it's a lady and a deputy. Now, the deputy and the lady, they asked me, "Do I live around here?" And I just pointed, and I said, "That way." I pointed in the direction that the school was, and I said, "That way." And they start asking me stuff about who I am and things like that, and telling me that I can't be down this road. And then I said, "Is there a law that says that I can't come down this road?" And the deputy mentioned a general statute that was on the sign that was on the fence. Now, I looked this general statute up months ago because I walk down this street. And there's sometimes at night they still have that gate closed. And I wanted to know what that general statute said. I looked it up, and that general statute says that you can't tamper, damage, or remove the sign or the fence. So they have that general statute on both fences, which is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. I don't want to touch their stuff or anything like that. But there's nothing about that you can't walk down that street at any point in time. So I told that sheriff that, or that deputy that, excuse me. And after that, I told him that he basically wasn't really trying to say too much. And that's when I started recording.
I'm just asking, do you have children on?
And you're a school official?
I'm an assistant principal, but can you ask me
So the assistant principal and the sheriff are telling me, you said...
I'm not the sheriff, I'm a deputy.
You're a deputy sheriff, and you said if I walk down this public street...
Yes, sir. You can't come cut through campus while school is in session.
And there's no law that says that I can't walk on this public street during school hours, correct?
It's blocked off, sir, because we have students that cross that road during the day.
And is there a law that says that you're allowed to block it off?
I'm sorry?
Is there a law that says that you're allowed to block it off?
Traffic cuts through there while we have students crossing to get to the classroom.
I understand that, but how is me walking putting them in danger?
In contact. We don't know anybody's intentions. You don't even know your name.
You don't need to know my name. I've never seen you either, sir.
We've done
I'm out here every day, that's what I'm
background
saying. I
checks.
never seen you.
And I walk down here every day.
That's great.
But it's a safety thing for my babies. We need to know who's on the opposite. I get that you're
And for my privacy, I'm not telling you who I am.
Oh, I didn't
I've
ask
done
you
nothing
who you-
illegal.
I am not asking you who you are.
But
I'm
you
just
did
saying
bring up that you brought up that you didn't know my name.
That's the point I'm proving. We don't know who you are and coming around the students. It's a safety.
You don't know who is anyone walking
And
around the
that's why we
students.
have safety coming around. That's why we wanted to come talk to you. We're not coming at you rudely.
Anytime you tell me I can't walk down a public street and there's no law, you have a law enforcement officer here who can't cite a law that I have broken.
I'm letting you know that it's trespassing. So
How is it trespassing when it's a public street?
that's fine. So let me make contact for somebody.
You can make contact with whoever you please. Am I being detained?
No, we just wanted to have a
free to go.
conversation with you.
Okay, I just wanted to be known that
All right, you free to go.
this is a public street.
No, sir, you can
And
come through here, but you
What law says I can't come through there?
want to go.
What
can't
law?
come through
What law says I can't come through there, officer. Oh, excuse me, deputy. I get your name, deputy, if you don't mind.
Deputy Livingston.
Deputy Livingston.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
But I'm telling you straight up.
I
Cut
have
through the school.
a gentleman.
You have no legal reason to say that.
What you mean I have no? It's a school.
But there's no law that says I can't walk
The school
down
is
that
considered- this is considered
that street.
All this is considered state property.
What law is that?
Can't come through the school.
What law is that?
That's
State
city law.
property is
City
public
law, North
property.
Carolina, bro. It's in the record.
Anywhere, please pull it up. You have
Any school.
you have the
can't
phone
go
right
to
there.
any school and cut through campus.
Pull it up. I didn't cut to the campus. I walked down the public street.
He's not a visitor. He's just walking through.
And that fence has nothing to do with me.
I got you, bro. You're not detained. You're free to go.
I feel like standing here while y'all here. That's cool.
You ready? I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm on the phone with our director at the board. He stated that it is.
Unless your director has a law backing what he's saying, I'm really not concerned with it. Respectfully.
He won't even let me get a chance to get the policy out.
See, you're saying policy.
He's here with me.
I'm only concerned with law at this moment.
He's refused to give his name. I'm just making sure I'm within I'm in my realms as an administrator, that I am citing school and board policy that visitors on campus have to check in up front, and we have the right to state that you cannot walk through your special education. And the school resource office can remove him from the campus. And that's all we needed to know.
You might want to call your supervisor, deputy.
Okay, thank you.
You sure about that? Because if anyone not law enforcement puts their hands on me, I will defend myself.
That's what he said. The school resource officer has grounds to do it.
Is he a law enforcement officer?
He doesn't work for the school system. He works for the sheriff's department.
So maybe he should call his supervisor before he gets himself in trouble.
No, he's following my protocols, which my
No.
just gave.
Protocol does not trump law.
Policy and board for school safety.
It does not trump law.